Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Canon EOS for Randall and Rueff. Today is Thursday, August the 14th, 3 days of my birthday, 2014 AD. Actually, the celebration of the anniversary of my birthday. My birthday was 40 plus years ago. But anyway, moving on. The purpose of this video is to talk about borrowlenses.com. That's right, BL or borrowlenses.com. And I wanted to make a little video to talk about the ability to borrow lenses and use them, and if it's a really good feature or not, because based on price and availability, and how long you can borrow these lenses or rent these lenses. So I mean, they've got, obviously, just looking at the site, they've got a lot of options that it would appear. So I mean, you can rent photo gear, video gear, buy used gear. That's something you might want to check into. Let's go back to one more. Now, because I'm mostly interested in Canon equipment, let's go to Canon's borrow lenses Canon information. And let's see what we got. Now, obviously there's a lot of lenses to choose from. But of course, as anybody who's been following my channel, what I'm interested in is right there. The 28-300. And you can borrow this lens from them. Apparently it's not expected until August 15th. Okay. This indicates that the item is currently rented by another customer, but they expect to August 15th. You can still order the item in this one. Okay. Well, anyway, so basically it's on stock right now. This lens is all their lenses of this type, or however many. It doesn't say how many they have, but they're currently out of stock on this one with a question mark. And they hope to have it back. Be able to send it out August 15th. So for 7 days, $111. Let's click on that. And it talks about what cameras you can use it with. You've got the option to reserve it. Tells the retail price, which is, again, okay, for 14 days you can get it for $195. So there's different options depending on how long you want to borrow it. And it is a high-tech piece of equipment. What we got here? Basically, it's talking here at the bottom, talking about how it's nice to have one lens. Yeah, that's true. That's why we want it. It's awesome. But so here's your, like I said again, 14 days, $195, 10 days, $150, 7 days, $111, 3 days, $77. So there's let's just say we want to borrow over 2 weeks. Okay, let's just do 7 days. We want to borrow it for a week. $111. Now let's go back. You want to borrow a camera too, right? You got to borrow. Can't just have it in the lens. You want to borrow. We want a 1DX or a 1DC. So let's go to. Let's see what we got here. We got wide angle standard telephoto fisheye lens, baby, extenders, camera bodies. There we go, camera bodies. Yeah, we want to borrow. Of course, top of the line, 1DC, baby! 1DC! So we're talking, look, for 7 days, $629. So 630 plus 110 would be $740 for the camera and lens for a week. $740 for camera and lens for a week. $740. Now that's not including your flash card or your extra batteries or your extra. That's just for to borrow. Comes with a strap, charger, battery. Includes strap, charger, body cap, and battery. And of course, it talks about all. So I mean, for the price that you can buy a low-end camera, you can rent this camera for a week. I mean, you could with the camera. Oh look, let's again. 14 days, $1,000. 10 days, $850. 7 days, $629. So basically, with the price of a camera and a lens, $2,300, you could buy a cheap prosumer, not professional, but prosumer level camera. You could from Canon. Now, granted, it's not going to be the faster speed and the highest. It may not be, the quickest. The frame rate may be anywhere near as good as this, and the lenses, if you were to buy it, obviously not going to be as good. But my point is, you could buy a cheap camera in the DSLR range for the amount of the camera and the lens. So, I mean, of course, you don't have to go to the high end. There's lots of other options. The 5D Mark III would be the next one. And it's $146 for the week. And you got some pricing options. So you're talking $150. So for $250, let's just say $250, around approximately $250, you could rent or borrow a 5D Mark III and the 20-300 lens for a week for about $250. Which, if you don't have the equipment and you need some good equipment, that's a good combination. Of course, you also want to get the battery grip, probably, which would be another $36. So you're talking $300. Let's just say with shipping, let's say $300 with the camera, the battery grip, and the 20-300. You're talking $300 for a week. That's, if you don't own any equipment, okay, $300 will buy you a pocket camera. Easy. You can get a pocket camera for $200. So now, granted, it's not going to be near as good as this. Let's not kid ourselves. But for $200 to $300, you can get a pocket camera that's going to do 18 megapixels, 12, 16, 18 megapixels, do 720, 1080p video. Now, granted, this doesn't do 4K, but it does 1080p. So for $300, what you're going to rent for a week, you could go out and get you a pocket camera. Obviously not as fast as with the photos, but it would have a pocket camera would have a built-in flash, would do 720p, 1080p video, plus do either 12, 16, or 18 megapixel video, depending on which camera, depending on whether you buy a Nikon or a Sony or a Canon or something else. So $300, I mean, it's really, would you rather rent for a week, or would you rather own something? Again, the quality of owning the product, what you're getting for $300, isn't going to be as good as what you could be renting. But you got to keep that in perspective to, the cost of owning something versus renting something that you're going to have to get up in 7 days. And trust me, if you have this camera for 7 days, you're not going to want to go back to that $300 camera. But that's just something to think about. So, obviously they have a lot of cameras to choose from. So there's the 1DX, which would be our second or third choice. It's basically a 1DC without the 4K video, basically. And we're talking, $316 for a week. So, of course, you got your speed lights, you got other lenses, and you can get a Speedlight 600 EXRT for 7 days for $42. I mean, these are not. If you don't own any equipment, this would be the way to go if you need to use good equipment. But a lot of people that are getting these kind of cameras want to own it and have it and be theirs. I mean, I would not want to have to pay the prices they're asking to rent this camera unless I absolutely needed it, because I would rather own the camera. Because look at this, $629 with a lens. I mean, it just the flash, and it just, I don't know. I mean, if you gotta do it, you gotta do it. If you don't, you're gonna want to save your money and buy the camera yourself. I mean, I would rather own it than have to rent it, because trust me, if I upgraded to a camera like the 1DC after using, I would not want to go back to my camera that I own now, because it would be so not anywhere near as the capacity, the capabilities would be less. But as you can see, they've got Canon, Nikon, Olympus, Sony. They've got a lot to choose from, a lot of lenses. So if renting a lens, or maybe don't get me wrong, renting a lens, for example, okay, I know give you a good example of this one. Let's see where I can find it, if they've got it here. They may not have it. I bet you they do. It's just a matter of finding it here on their list. So look at all those kind of lenses. Maybe. Well, what I was looking for was a tilt shift. I don't see it right now. Of course, I'm probably looking at it right at it, but anyway. Well, anyway, the tilt shift lens would be a prime example of, if you had to go shoot out and you had, for example, you had an assignment where you had to shoot some architecture for a weekend or a couple days or maybe a week. A lot of people wouldn't use a tilt shift lens all the time unless you're doing architectural or building photography all the time. And maybe you need to go out and you get an assignment where you need to shoot some architecture or landscapes of a certain kind, or tall buildings. And then you can come here and find, which I can't find right now, which is kind of bad. Well, let's go up to, okay, let's do this. Tilt shift. Tilt shift. Okay, here we go. You got the 27 millimeter and the 3.5 and the 17 millimeter 4 from Canon. You got Nikon. 45 millimeter from Canon. That's 2.8. That's probably a good one. Let's check that one out. So what you can do is you can rent this for a couple days, and let's face it, 7 days. If you're going to be paid several $100s or more to do an assignment but you only need a lens for say a couple days or a week or so, spending $68 for a lens like this tilt shift is a really, really good idea. So from there, if you got a high quality camera and you just need to borrow a lens say for a couple, this is a good deal, because this lens is retail. It says right there, retail $1,400 basically, and you can rent it for 7 days for $68. Now, some people might say, "Ooh, I'd rather save the money," but other people, I can understand where renting a lens for a couple days or a week would be a good deal. You can more than cover your costs if you're making money doing this, and have use of a good lens that, when you're done, you can return it. So I can see the possibilities and the positive attributes of, borrowing a lens, or maybe you're going on a trip, and like I said, you're going on a trip and you want to shoot some. Let's see, I don't know, let's see, 200, 400 millimeter, yeah, that's the big lens right now is the Canon EF 200. I mean, let's say you're going to go on a trip and shoot wildlife, or you're going on a safari, or you're going to be gone for for a week or two, where you're going to be shooting. You want to shoot wild animals, or you just want to shoot stuff that are going to be far away, like animals or birds, or lions and tigers, of course, lions and tigers and bears, that kind of thing, where you don't want to get close up and you want to be able to have the telephoto, but you don't want to spend. I know this is expensive. This is a $12,000 lens. It retails for $12,000. You do not want to spend $12,000 unless you're either got more money you know what to do with, or you're just going to be using this lens all the time and you can save up and afford to pay for it. Most people, unless they're using this on a professional level, don't want to spend $12,000, okay? Because this is high quality glass, high quality construction, and it's very expensive. It does take, I mean, it's not like they're popping these things out at 100 a day. They're not. These take time to make, they're high quality, they last good, they're made out of good materials, and the photos you can take with them turn out very, very good. Clear, sharp, crisp images. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. So, plus it has a magnification, a built-in extender, and so it's just the price of $1,200. Most people aren't going to want to spend it unless you're using it every day. So being able to rent this lens, and granted it's not cheap to rent, but if you're going to be doing that kind of work, and you want to get those images, and are serious about getting those images, there's an option to rent this lens. Granted, even at $446, I realize it's not cheap. But if you're serious, if you're going and you're serious about getting those long distance pictures, this is an option, and it should be taken seriously because you don't want to have to spend $12,000. Most people don't. So renting is an option. Again, even though it's not cheap, it's all about how serious you are about getting that picture. Whether it's just for casual or if it's something you really want to get or something you're being paid to get. It really just depends where you are in that spectrum. So having the ability to rent this lens is a good thing. And I can see where if you want to rent it for a week or two, that would be cool. Or even just rent it for 3 days for a weekend or something. If you're going on a weekend trip, that would be good. $312 for a weekend, that's not bad. I mean, it's not cheap, but it's not super bad. And you can have the lens, and if you own your own equipment, you can borrow other equipment. But if you got your own good camera, you can borrow this lens, and it's a good option. So, if money was an option, obviously you just buy the lens and not even think about it. But for most people like myself, renting is a good thing. So, like I said, they've got lots of choices. So, it just depends on what kind of photography you're going to be doing. Is all your photography going to be close up? Is some of it going to be far away? All they're going to be, it's just like, it's the same as choosing a normal lens for your everyday photography. It's the same as for borrowing lenses. If you don't have what you need, you can borrow it, pay a percentage of what it would cost to buy the lens, return it, and then you're done. So I can see the positives, I can see the negatives. It just depends on how much money you have, what you need to do, what kind of photography you're going to do, maybe for the short term, whether it be a few days or a couple of weeks. There's lots of choices. This company has a good reputation. So if you're going to borrow lenses, this is one of the places you want to consider. So until next time, I'm Canon EOS photographer for Randall and Rueff. Saying thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless you. Bye. Oh yeah, and as always, keep taking those pictures.